Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is about that time to head up to the big woods. We've been I guess it's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 days since our last trip, but this time we're going to be out of those mosquitoes. We're going up on the mountain again and try to find us a new spot, something we haven't done yet. I've been thinking that it's coming on time where the big eclipse is going to be coming through. And apparently, our little spot of the world right here is one of the main places to be during that eclipse. And I've noticed that everybody around here that has anywhere extra for someone to stay or camp spot, things like that, they are charging an ungodly amount of money for a stay there. And they're doing like a 3 night minimum, so it could cost you anywhere from $300 or $400 up to $1,500 to stay for 3 days. So one thing I know is, I know spots up in the national forest, which are, at 20 minutes from 15 minutes from here, whatever, that are, you have to go up a, you know, kind of a rougher road, but something you could do in a passenger car or minivan real easy. You don't have to have a 4-wheel drive truck. But when you go up top, they open up into big meadows. It's just a beautiful area, and that would be a great place to see the eclipse from, and you can camp there for free. So, at in the description of this video, I will put my email in there, and if any of y'all happen to want to be coming to this part of Arkansas to watch the eclipse and either can't afford to pay all that money or just don't want to, and you don't mind primitive camping, I'll be more than happy to show y'all a few different places where you can go and set up and get to see it. But anyway, enough about that. I'm ready to hit the road. Let's go find us a place to camp. All right, everybody, I found us a spot. I decided not to go uh, get a spot close to the road. I thought I would, I talked about that eclipse that was coming, and we're going to show people some places where they could get and camp for free and still see the eclipse. So I come up here. See how this opens up into a big, wide open area? I mean, you could camp 100 people up here, and this is just one spot. I know of a bunch of them. It's a beautiful area, and it's back off the road probably, I don't know, I guess maybe a mile. But and it's a real clean road. You can drive a I don't know, a smart car back here if you wanted to. But it's a beautiful area. We should be able to get good sunrise or sunset from here. And the reason why I chose this particular spot is because I could get my truck pretty flat right here. And there's the road right through there that comes through the woods, brings you back to here. But there's just a lot of rocks here that I can make a fire pit. Nope, from what I can tell, nobody's ever camped here before, so I'll make a fire pit, and I guess the next people won't be able to say that. But anyway, I'm gonna take a few minutes, and well, I'm gonna take a couple hours and get all my stuff set up. It's still pretty early in the day. It's not even noon yet, which is way different for me as far as when I typically get to the woods. But it's nice and warm. I don't know. I got short sleeves on and not even the least bit chilly, so should be a good spot. So I'm gonna get to building a little fire pit here, and then I'll get my stuff set up, and we'll just see if we can have us a good time out here. There's a lot of I brought some wood, but there's so much downed wood here. You could burn wood for a week and never have to walk very far out of your camp. And I don't see any immediate widowmakers here where I want to set my tent up there. We got that thing up there's kind of ugly, but it doesn't look like it would fall this way. So I think we're in pretty good shape. But anyway, let me get set up, and we'll start talking about what we're going to have for supper tonight. I think we're going to have a Mexican fiesta. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. All right, everybody. I think we got it pretty much set up. I set the tarp up in this fashion just because the wind is blowing pretty good. So I wanted to be able to not blow the fire out on my Coleman stove. So I guess you can see the tarp whipping a little bit in the wind. But we got that set up. And I got a little fire pit built here. Just scattered me some rocks in a circle there, so that should do us fine. And then we got the old Nature's Nest rooftop tent deployed up there. Got my water jug sitting there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'll try to, I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice or not. But if you can see how gray it is, right. Give me a minute to focus. Right there, right through them trees. See how gray it is over there? They're doing a controlled burn in that valley, but I ain't totally sure how much control they have on it, because the wind switches directions about every few minutes. Well, I guess you can kind of see it coming up this valley over here too, if I pan down a little bit maybe. But anyway, I'm gonna take a little walk over there and kind of see if I can see where it is. When I first got up here, everything was pretty clear, but that wind changed directions a little bit. Man, that smoke really started rolling through here. And I'm not supposed to be in the area that's going to be burnt out, but you don't ever know. The wind switches directions. You might just be in an area that you wasn't aware of. But anyway, I got some coffee on the Coleman right now, but as soon as that comes off, I'm gonna walk over that way and see if I can see any of that fire, because I don't really want to become a statistic as I'm over here camping. And this is a one way in, one way out kind of deal with a vehicle. On foot, you could escape pretty quick, but that wind picks up. Everything around here is pretty dry. It wouldn't take long to get into a mess, but we'll keep a close eye on it. And if we have to pack up, we have to pack up. The doggone Zoom button was stuck, boy. It had me right on top of everything. Nearly scared me to death. But anyway, like I said, I don't know if my coffee is percolating yet or not. No, it ain't quite percolating, but it's on its way to percolating. Yeah, it's making some noise in there. But anyway, like I said, when that thing percolates for a few minutes and I draw me a little coffee off of it, I'm gonna walk it down there and see how close to danger I really am, or if it's just the wind huffing the smoke up here on this ridge. But I'll let y'all know. Hey y'all, I walked down here to the edge of the woods, quite a little ways from my camp, and from what I'm seeing, that fire must be over on the next ridge. I guess it wouldn't take it no real long time to get one ridge over, or the smoke is over on the next ridge. I don't see the fire, but anyway, all that bluish gray you see back there is that's where the smoke's coming from, and it's wafting up over this ridge, and that next valley right there is coming right up that valley and popping out right where we're set up to camp. But anyway, I feel safe enough, I think. I don't know. I guess time will tell. But anyhow, I just want to bring y'all down here and show you that. Let you know that for right now, we're pretty safe. And I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey everybody, I had a request to show a little more about the rooftop tent. So I'm gonna make a quick video right quick. I have the 200 watts of solar mounted on top. They're Renogy 100 watt solar panels. And that is the Nature's Nest rooftop tent. You can find them on Amazon or Famicar's website. Here's the outside. And here is the back. And you can, the ladder you can put on either side or the back right here. It'll hook up any of those places. It's extremely quick to set up, takes less than 30 seconds to set it up. You just flip open the latches, it raises itself up with those gas struts, and then you just put the two bars to hold that little awning out. I'll give you a quick look at the inside. Bear with me as I climb this ladder. Quick look at the inside. This is the interior. These are the pockets for storing things. This spot right there, that's a vent. There's one on each side, keeps condensation from building up while you're sleeping. And then there's storage pockets there, and the same on the side where I'm standing. There's absolutely plenty of room for two people and a few bags in here, really. And I'm not super tall, but I don't touch on either end. I think you could probably be 6 foot or a little more and sleep comfortable in here. Up there at the top, that is an LED light strip that connects to any kind of USB battery pack, and it doesn't draw hardly anything. But anyway, that is a look at my rooftop tent. Hey everybody, welcome back. The sun's just starting to creep down a little bit, and it's getting not really cool but comfortable out here. It's been pretty warm today, actually. It was around 70-ish, but being in the direct sunlight, it was kind of warm. But we're going to go ahead and get this fire started up here, if we can. I think my tinder I gathered is moving a little slow, but we'll get it together here. Yeah, once we get this fire going all right, we'll think about getting started on our Mexican fiesta. It's been a minute since I've made any Mexican food. My wife has, generated me some fajita seasonings. I'm not sure where she gets her recipes, but it's always good. She makes me all kinds of seasoning for. She makes me seasoning for beef stew, chili powder, just whatever I need. She is more than willing to help. Whew, bad boy getting warm. Be careful. We still got a fairly stiff breeze, and it changes directions about every 5 minutes. So I don't really know how to set up for this operation too good, but we'll get something going here. Whew, Lord have mercy. The flame reaching out and getting me, boys and girls. All right. Now that we got that working like it's supposed to, we will focus on the kitchen area now. I'm going to get y'all turned around, and I'm going to get set up to commence making some fajitas. All right, y'all, welcome to the kitchen. Let's see about getting this bad boy here chopped up. I need a little bit of a trash bag, don't I? Voila. Knock the end out of that bad boy. We are going to put that bag up there for just a second. A little bit short on table space here with all this going on. I'll try to make it quick. It has been quite a while since I have had fajitas. It's been an even longer while since I made them myself, but I do know how. And we are going to have some tonight. Yeah. I don't really need all that membrane in my stuff. I'm glad that smoke eased up from that burn they're doing over on the next ridge. It was getting kind of funky and burning my eyes. I have not been enjoying myself. I did start a fire of my own though. As that sun started creeping down, it started getting a little cool out here. I mean, nothing major. It ain't time for a jacket or nothing, but cooler than it was. Excuse me. I tell you, it is so nice to get out like this. I'm not quite sure what to think about people that don't enjoy this kind of stuff, but I guess for a lot of them, they just have never done anything like this. That would be what I would assume anyway. It's certainly just a guess. All right, we got peppers. Now we'll see what this onion holds in store for us. All right, that's a good looking onion. Put that in the trash receptacle. Clean up my AO a little bit. Making all kind of noise. It's right on the verge of irritating. But I only got one table, kids. That's what I got to work with. I don't know if y'all watched my last video where the mosquitoes was eating me alive, but you know, I've been here for quite some time and I have not had zero mosquito problems since I arrived. And that's been pretty good. I tell you what, I was standing over there by the front of my truck looking around earlier, and a doggone bald eagle flew. He was probably 30 feet above me, so he just kind of glided right past me and out over the edge of the ridge out there. It was kind of cool. Not something you see every day, but we do have a lot of eagles around here. There we go. Let me set that on fire and get it warmed up a little bit. Let me see. Oh, we got some meat here. Set this out here. Commence cutting it all up. What's holding me back? What have I done? There we go. Yeah, we'll get that stripped up here in just a second. Excuse me. Trash receptacle was holding me up. I need a little grease. Or what do you Yankees call it? Oil. I need some oil. Keep my fajita meat from sticking. There we go. All right. Let's see about stripping this stuff up. Fajita style. I don't know if this is the exact kind of meat you're supposed to use for fajitas, but it's what we got. So definitely what we're going to use. So if it's wrong, don't bother telling me in the comments because I don't want to hear it. It's beef and it's thin. So we're going to have some beef fajitas. Throw that in there. I believe I can speed this process up just a little bit by turning this thing this way and getting them all at once. What do you think? It would appear that I have brought enough to feed an army. So we might have steak fajitas and eggs for breakfast in the morning. Who knows? Looks like we got plenty. I don't think my fire's faring too well over there. I have neglected it, but I want to get this meat started before I dealt any more with that. I think it needs a little more of my attention, but I'll get to it. We still got a little bit of daylight left, so we ain't hurting for daylight. All right, we got all of that stripped up and then some. Get it into the skillet where everything's getting good and hot. Excuse me. There we go. We'll let that cook down for a minute. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here for a second, tend to my fire, wash my funky digits and my cutting board and my ginsu, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I just wanted to share this sunset with you because it's so pretty. It is a beautiful sunset, even through all that funky smoke from the fire in the woods. And speaking of fire in the woods, we got ourselves a little fire going on over here. Yeah, that'll be right inviting once we get done cooking. Let me pan on around here. And there's our vegetables. We're going to throw in them fajitas directly. Got the fajita meat cooking away over there. We're going to have some old El Paso traditional refried beans. And then we are going to call on Uncle Ben to help us with the rice. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to mix my rice in my refried beans. And that's how I will be doing it today. Because it's all going to the same place anyway, and it's just more manageable that way, and I dirty up less dishes. So that's how we're going to do it. Anyway, the sun should be down here before too long, and we'll light the old lantern and sit around the fire, and well, I guess I'll talk to myself. Since I started doing YouTube videos, I have found myself talking to myself way more than I should. Even when I don't have a camera rolling, I'll be in the kitchen at home working on something. I'll just be talking away, and my wife will just look at me and tilt her head to the side. I know she's thinking I'm touched in the head, but it's just for making these videos that cause you to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, I will bring y'all back when something exciting happens. All right, everybody, everything is coming along nicely. Got our beans and rice going over here. Got some low carb tortillas going on back there. And once the beans are done and the meat's done, I'll throw another skillet up here and heat some of them up. Got some For Real Valentina picante sauce to go on them. It should be an interesting experience. I don't know if y'all can see that the glimmering over there. I've walked back down there to the end of this ridge where I went earlier today to see where that smoke was coming from. And what you see shining over there is the fire that's on that next ridge. It looks like it's still burning good, but I don't think there's much chance of it coming over here. But I could see it glistening from the camp, so I decided I better walk down here and get a look at it. So I know this isn't not doing very well, but hopefully you can see it. It's still burning over there. Burning pretty good. But anyway, it's supposed to be controlled, so who knows how much control they have. The wind is still coming along pretty good, so you just never know, but I'll keep my eye out for it overnight for sure, because we certainly don't want any mishaps. Anyway, I just want to bring y'all up to speed on the fire next door. Hey everybody, welcome back. The fajitas turned out great. Obviously I had a ton of leftovers, but I'm just got them over there in a Ziploc cooling right now. I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator before I go to bed. I got my fires burning down pretty good. I'm gonna spread that out here in a little bit and call it a night. And I guess I'll see y'all in the morning for breakfast. Good morning, everybody. It is about 6:45 in the morning. I stayed up pretty late watching movies, so I woke up about seemed like about once an hour, check on the fires. You know, you can't be too safe when you're dealing with that stuff, and I didn't want to get caught with my britches down, so to speak. So I stayed on top of that deal. But anyway, stayed up late, and I woke up early, but I didn't feel like getting up, so I stayed up there in that tent in my sleeping bag. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but it ain't cold by any stretch. But got my fire going good. Got some coffee on the stove over there, and looking forward to breakfast. You know, I think we got the old usual bacon and eggs, but I think I do have a few potatoes with me. I'm gonna fry a few potatoes, go with it. A little something different, I guess. But anyway, this fire sure feels good. And we didn't die. The fire didn't get us last night. It may get us another time, but last night it did not. Might have been them fajitas that kept me awake last night. I had them bad boys heated up pretty good. I had that fajita seasoning my wife made me, and then I had some cayenne pepper in the box. So I shook maybe just a little too much of that on there, and then I put that Mexican hot sauce on there, which isn't really hot, but it's got outstanding flavor. But anyway, I'm gonna sit around this fire, and when that coffee gets done percolating over there, I'm gonna drink some of that, and then we'll get down to some breakfast. Anyway, ooh, we got kind of a cool sunrise coming up through the woods over there. When it gets up a little higher, where it can be seen a little easier, I'll let y'all take a look at it. All right, everybody, that is a wrap on this particular camping trip. I've had a lot of fun. Hopefully y'all hung out through the whole thing and enjoyed the fajitas with me last night and the bacon and eggs this morning. But it is time for me to go. It'll probably be, I've got some things to do tomorrow, so it'll probably be coming up on the weekend. We'll get back out here again. Maybe not this exact same spot, but maybe, you never know. But anyway, I sure appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps my channel. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time in the woods.